But Murray wasn't done. 3 days later, I came home from work to find police cars in my driveway. Murray had called them, claiming I had assaulted him and threatened to kill him. He had somehow given himself a black eye and scratches on his neck.
She said if I told anyone about her beating me, she'd kill me. Look what she did to my face.
Officers, I swear I never touched him. I was at work all day. You can check with my boss.
Ma'am, you're under arrest for assault and making terrorist threats.
I spent 2 nights in jail before my lawyer got me out on bail. My mother posted it, but I could see the doubt in her eyes. Murray's performance had been flawless. When I got home, I found that Murray had helpfully moved into my room since I wouldn't be needing it anymore. That's when I decided to fight back, but not the way you might think. I hired a private investigator to look into Murray's past. What we found was horrifying. Murray had a history of manipulating and destroying families. In his previous town, he had falsely accused 3 different people of abuse, gotten a teacher fired by claiming sexual harassment, and had driven 2 families apart with his lies. One man had attempted suicide after Murray's accusations ruined his career. Hi everyone, my name is Litsa, and what I'm about to tell you is a story of manipulation, lies, and ultimate justice. I never imagined that someone could be so calculating and cruel, but I learned the hard way that some people will stop at nothing to get what they want. After my father died in a car accident when I was 21, my mother struggled with grief for years. When I turned 24 and was working as a junior architect, she finally felt ready to date again. That's when she met Michael at a book club. Michael seemed charming and intelligent, but his 17-year-old son Murray was trouble from the moment I met him. Michael and Murray were supposed to stay with us for a month while their house was being renovated. I should have trusted my instincts from our first conversation. Hey Murray, I set up the guest room for you. There's fresh towels in the bathroom and snacks in the kitchen if you get hungry.
This house is pretty nice. Must be worth a lot. Your mom single-handedly paying for all this?
Well, she got life insurance money when my dad passed, and I help with the mortgage now that I'm working.
Interesting. So she's got money and no husband to protect her. Good to know.
That's a weird thing to say.
Just making conversation, stepsister.
The way he said stepsister made my skin crawl. Over the next few days, Murray's behavior became increasingly disturbing. I started noticing him going through my mother's mail, taking photos of important documents with his phone, and asking pointed questions about her finances. When I confronted him about it, things took a dark turn. Murray, why were you photographing my mom's bank statements?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're paranoid.
I saw you. Stop going through her personal things or I'll tell your father.
Go ahead. But if you cause problems for me, I'll cause bigger problems for you. Trust me, you don't want to test me.
That night, I woke up to find Murray standing in my bedroom doorway at 3 a.m., just watching me sleep. When I screamed, he quickly disappeared. When I told Michael and my mother the next morning, Murray claimed he had been sleepwalking and was looking for the bathroom. They believed him. A week later, I discovered that $500 was missing from my mother's purse. When I accused Murray, he went nuclear.
Patricia, Dad, I need to tell you something serious about Litsa. She's been stealing from you.
What are you talking about?
I saw her take money from your purse yesterday, and she's been going through your private papers. I think she's planning to steal your identity or something. I was scared to say anything because she threatened me.
That's completely insane. Murray, you're the one who's been going through my mom's stuff.
Litsa, that's a very serious accusation. Murray wouldn't lie about something like this.
My mother looked torn. Murray had tears in his eyes and was playing the part of a concerned, frightened teenager perfectly. I realized then that I was dealing with someone truly dangerous. But Murray wasn't done. 3 days later, I came home from work to find police cars in my driveway. Murray had called them, claiming I had assaulted him and threatened to kill him. He had somehow given himself a black eye and scratches on his neck.
She said if I told anyone about her beating me, she'd kill me. Look what she did to my face.
Officers, I swear I never touched him. I was at work all day. You can check with my boss.
Ma'am, you're under arrest for assault and making terrorist threats.
I spent 2 nights in jail before my lawyer got me out on bail. My mother posted it, but I could see the doubt in her eyes. Murray's performance had been flawless. When I got home, I found that Murray had helpfully moved into my room since I wouldn't be needing it anymore. That's when I decided to fight back, but not the way you might think. I hired a private investigator to look into Murray's past. What we found was horrifying. Murray had a history of manipulating and destroying families. In his previous town, he had falsely accused 3 different people of abuse, gotten a teacher fired by claiming sexual harassment, and had driven 2 families apart with his lies. One man had attempted suicide after Murray's accusations ruined his career. The investigator also discovered that Murray was running online scams using my mother's personal information that he had photographed. I tried to go to Michael with the information that I gathered, thinking that, as his father, that he could and would do something. I knew that Michael was enabling all this behavior, but maybe he would put a stop to it, once he understood just how bad it truly was. But I could not have been more wrong. Hey Michael, I have some pretty awful information that I need to share with you.
Let me guess. You are going to try to slander my son.
No, not slander. I have real evidence that he has been doing some very shady things.
Forget it. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this nonsense. I really thought you and your mother would be different. But all you women are the same. You're all just a bunch of man-haters. Go take your so-called evidence and shove it where the sun doesn't shine and get out of my face. You women make me sick.
I was stunned. I really didn't expect such a reaction from Michael like that. But part of me kind of understood it too, though. He was desperate to protect his son, even though, deep down, he knew that he was protecting a monster. I mean, it shattered the illusion of the good guy that I had thought that he was and revealed how complicit he actually was. But still. Hearing that, though, cleared my conscience, and I knew that whatever I did next, that I was fully justified in doing. So here's where I got my revenge. Murray was a vile and conniving piece of crap, and I didn't just want to gather evidence and expose him. I wanted to orchestrate Murray's complete downfall and ruin. And so I created fake social media accounts and posed as potential victims. I recorded Murray trying to manipulate and threaten me using hidden cameras. I documented every lie, every scheme, every cruel manipulation. Then I put together a comprehensive dossier of evidence. But I didn't go to the police first. Instead, I leaked everything to social media simultaneously. His real name, his photo, his pattern of behavior, the evidence of his lies, and most damaging of all, recordings of him laughing about how easy it was to destroy stupid people's lives. The internet did what the internet does best. Within 48 hours, Murray's story went viral nationwide. The hashtag #Murray the Manipulator was trending. News outlets picked up the story. His previous victims came forward. The evidence was so overwhelming that the charges against me were immediately dropped, and Murray was arrested for fraud, perjury, and a dozen other charges. But the social media exposure was just the beginning of Murray's nightmare. The viral story destroyed not just Murray, but Michael too. Michael lost his job when his employer saw the coverage and realized he had raised such a manipulative sociopath. Their rental applications were denied everywhere because landlords recognized them from the news. Michael's elderly parents disowned them after seeing what Murray had done. Murray was sentenced to 2 years in juvenile detention, but the real punishment was the permanent digital scarlet letter. Every future employer, college, or potential relationship would find his story with a simple Google search. I had made sure that Murray's face and crimes would follow him forever. After 2 years, Murray was released from prison. Michael and Murray became homeless for several months, living in their car. Michael's health deteriorated from the stress, and he ended up in massive medical debt. Several of Murray's previous victims sued them civilly, leaving them financially ruined. The last I heard, Murray was working at a fast food restaurant under an assumed name, but even that didn't last once his co-workers figured out who he was. Michael moved to another state and cut all contact with his son, finally realizing the monster he had raised and enabled. My mother and I grew closer than ever after this ordeal. She felt terrible for doubting me and has since become an advocate for victims of family manipulation. She's now happily married to a wonderful man who has 2 daughters of his own, kind, honest girls who have become like sisters to me. As for Murray, I occasionally get updates from people who recognize him. He's now 23, has been unable to maintain steady employment or relationships, and has been in and out of therapy and legal trouble. The digital footprint I created ensures his past follows him everywhere he goes. Some people say my revenge was too harsh, that I destroyed a teenager's entire future. But Murray had tried to destroy multiple innocent people's lives, including mine. He had driven a man to attempt suicide with his lies. He was a predator who targeted vulnerable families, and he would have continued hurting people if I hadn't stopped him. I sleep soundly at night knowing that Murray can never again manipulate and destroy another family the way he tried to destroy mine. Sometimes the only way to stop a monster is to make sure the world knows exactly what they are. To anyone out there dealing with a manipulator, document everything, trust your instincts, and don't let them gaslight you into thinking you're crazy. The truth always comes out eventually, and karma has a way of making sure people get exactly what they deserve. Thanks for watching.